Welcome back students. Our topic is Holrach law. Using Holrach law, we can calculate limiting molar conductance value lambda m naught. What is Holrach law? Holrach law is defined as at infinite dilution, the limiting molar conductivity of an electrolyte can be represented as the sum of individual contributions of anion and cation of the electrolyte. Lambda infinitive is equal to lambda A plus lambda C. Here lambda A and lambda C are known as ionic conductance of anion and cation at infinite dilution respectively. Molar conductivity of an electrolyte is due to independent migration of cations in one direction and anions in opposite direction. According to Holrach law, at infinite dilution, the molar conductivity for an electrolyte is represented by formula AXBY. Lambda m naught AXBY is limiting molar conductivity for electrolyte AXBY. Consider water molecule. How to calculate cations and anion charge? By applying crisscross method, we can calculate charge of cations and anions. Here apply crisscross method. Charge of hydrogen is +1 and oxygen 2 minus, and the number of cations and anions represented by from their number of atoms. Here number of hydrogen atom is 2, oxygen atom 1. So water molecule dissociate into 2H plus and O2 minus. Like water molecule, we can write for electrolyte AXBY. AXBY dissociate into XAY plus YBX minus. Now we write limiting molar conductivity for an electrolyte AXBY is lambda m naught AXBY equal to x lambda m naught AY plus y lambda m naught BX minus. Now we considered electrolyte univalent electrolyte. That means both cation and anion of electrolyte charges 1. For example, NaCl, sodium chloride. Here charge of sodium ion is +1 and charge of chloride ion is -1. For univalent electrolyte, the limiting molar conductivity value is lambda m naught NaCl is equal to lambda m naught Na plus lambda m naught Cl minus. By using this relationship, Holrach observed number of electrolyte limiting molar conductivity value. Holrach law experimental observation value at 298 Kelvin temperature for potassium chloride electrolyte value is 149.86, and for sodium chloride limiting molar conductivity value is 126.45. Now we calculate difference between these two electrolyte limiting molar conductivity value. Lambda m naught KCl minus lambda m naught NaCl is equal to 149.86 minus 126.45. According to Holrach law, at infinite dilution, the limiting molar conductivity of electrolyte potassium chloride and sodium chloride is equal to sum of the limiting molar conductivity of its constituent ions of K plus Cl minus and Na plus Cl minus respectively. Therefore, lambda m naught K plus lambda m naught Cl minus lambda m naught Na plus lambda m naught Cl minus is equal to 23.41. Now we cancel plus lambda m naught Cl minus lambda m naught Cl minus. Therefore, lambda m naught K plus minus lambda m naught Na plus is equal to 23.41. Similarly, we can conclude that lambda m naught Br minus lambda m naught Cl minus is equal to 2.06 from electrolyte KBr and KCl limiting molar conductivity value. See the table here. KBr and KCl electrolyte Cation same but anion different. Their difference limiting molar conductivity value is 2.06. Next pair NaBr KCl. In this electrolyte, both cation and anions are different. Even though different cations and anion, their difference limiting molar conductivity value is 2.06. Third pair lithium bromide, lithium chloride. Here same cation but different anion. These electrolyte difference limiting molar conductivity value also 2.06. See this table. First pair KCl and NaCl. Here cation different, anion same. Their difference limiting molar conductivity value is 23.41. Next pair KBr NaBr. Here different cation and same anion. Even though their difference limiting molar conductivity value is 23.41. Third pair KNO3 NaNO3. Here different cation, same anion. Their limiting molar conductivity value difference is 23.41. What we conclude from this observation? Holdrach considered infinite dilution. At infinite dilution, the dissociation of electrolyte is complete. Each ion makes a definite contribution towards molar conductance of electrolyte, irrespective, that means does not depend upon nature of other ion with which it is associated. Next topic, application of Holdrach law. First one, calculation of molar conductance at infinite dilution of a weak electrolyte. It is impossible to determine molar conductance for weak electrolyte at infinite dilution experimentally. However, by using Holdrach law, we can calculate. For example, we can calculate weak electrolyte acetic acid molar conductance value experimentally determined by using strong electrolyte of HCl hydrochloric acid, NaCl sodium chloride and CH3COO Na sodium acetate. According to Holdrach law, the molar conductivity for strong electrolyte at infinite dilution is represented by lambda CH3COO Na naught is equal to lambda CH3COO minus naught plus lambda Na plus naught. This is first equation. Lambda HCl naught is equal to lambda H plus naught plus lambda Cl minus naught. This is second equation. Lambda NaCl naught is equal to lambda Na plus naught plus lambda Cl minus naught. This is third equation. If you know these strong electrolyte molar conductivity value, we can calculate weak electrolyte acetic acid molar conductivity value. That is equal to equation 1 plus equation 2 minus equation 3. Second application of Holdrach law is calculation of degree of dissociation of weak electrolyte. The degree of dissociation of weak electrolyte calculated from molar conductance at a given concentration lambda m and molar conductivity at infinite dilution lambda m naught by using Ostwald dilution law. Ka is equal to alpha square C by 1 minus alpha. Here Ka is dissociation constant, alpha degree of dissociation, C concentration of electrolyte. We know degree of dissociation alpha is equal to lambda m by lambda m naught. Now we substitute alpha in Ka value. Therefore Ka is equal to lambda m square C by lambda m square naught 1 minus lambda m by lambda m naught. Now we take LCM for 1 and lambda m naught. LCM of 1 and lambda m naught is lambda m naught. So 1 is multiplied by lambda m naught. Therefore Ka is equal to lambda m square C by lambda m square naught. Lambda m naught minus lambda m by lambda m naught. Now we cancel lambda m naught, lambda m naught. Therefore Ka value is equal to lambda m square C by lambda m naught minus lambda m. So we can calculate dissociation constant for a weak electrolyte. We can calculate by using known value of molar conductivity. And also we can calculate degree of dissociation of weak electrolyte by using molar conductivity value lambda m. Next application of Holdrich law is calculation of solubility of sparingly soluble salt. AgCl PbSO4 is one of a substance sparingly soluble in water. Sparingly means partially. AgCl solid in state equilibrium Ag plus Cl minus. Equilibrium means partially soluble in water. Ksp solubility constant is equal to concentration of Ag plus concentration of Cl minus. Now we consider concentration of both Ag plus and Cl minus are C mole liter minus 1. Therefore, solubility constant Ksp is equal to C into C equal to C square. Already we know the relationship formula between molar conductance and specific conductance, that is lambda naught is equal to kappa into 10 power minus 3 divided by C. Now we exchange lambda naught and C. Therefore C equal to kappa into 10 power minus 3 divided by lambda naught. Now we substitute concentration value in solubility product Ksp. Ksp equal to C square. Therefore Ksp equal to kappa into 10 power minus 3 divided by lambda naught the whole square. So we can calculate solubility constant value for sparingly soluble salts by known value of molar conductivity. What are the uses of Holdrich law? Calculation of molar conductivity at infinite dilution for weak electrolyte. Calculation of degree of dissociation. Calculation of dissociation constant for a weak electrolyte. Calculation of solubility of sparingly soluble salt. Thank you to all.